All right, so you might as well call me like, I don't know, a guy that can predict the future at this point because I'm kind of 3 for 0. Because I last year, just after the TKO WWE takeover thing, I made a video saying that Cena would become heel. I made a video after they had announced, Triple H had announced that they'd be booking multiple dates in advance. I asked the question, is WWE broke? Or it should be by extension TKO. And now we're at the point where we're seeing TKO, allegedly, I want to protect myself here. It's been said that they are in debt, and a lot of the reasons we're seeing so many pay-per-views or PLEs as they call them now, and part of the reason we're seeing so many rushed storylines and so much ads now encroaching on the canvas and other parts of the ring, the the tables, and even the money in the bank. They wanted to put ads on everything, and we saw Jey Uso having doing a commercial, but having the Slim Jim logo on his, you call them arm pads, right? I've also made one more prediction, and that prediction was that the fans would turn on him eventually, and that him, you're looking at him in the, what's that? I guess it would be my left, your right, or left. I don't know. But I knew that eventually the fans would turn on Triple H. I made this video April 19, 2024. Why did I make this video? Why did I make this? Why did I draw this conclusion? Because just like how when Vince McMahon was around, everybody called him out of touch, and he didn't listen to the fans, and he had his favorites, which at points, he did. They wanted to protect, the thing that he had built, and maybe his approach wasn't the best in the moment for a lot of the stuff that he did. But in the same way how the fans would look to Vince McMahon and blame him for a lot of the stuff that was going wrong with the company, which rightfully so, right? It's his company, he makes a lot of decisions. Because TKO isn't as involved in the day-to-day running as Vince McMahon was, or how they would not just sit in the ivory tower, but actually come down and be a part of the storylines and actually engage with fans, actually be a part of wrestling moments. TKO hasn't really done that yet. Who knows if maybe they will assemble a team who will represent the TKO body. That could happen, and that could be interesting to see also. Or maybe even appoint some wrestlers to stand in and do some interesting storyline wise with that. But the thing with Triple H now, because of the thing with R-Truth, because of the reports that were made, not reports, but the things that were said by certain past members of the WWE franchise, like, Mr. MVP had some choice words, others have said some things also, but it's the same kind of thing, because it's not really that he is in full charge. It's just that because he's the one that everybody knows, and he's the face that is familiar to the audience. Let me even say he's the last remaining familiar face in the overarching setting, I guess, besides Nick Khan, who hasn't really done much on screen, but he is that person who is looked to as the leader from the WWE fan side. So until TKO does, I don't know, bring some people into the show format that represents them, like how you had the Best for Business McMahon family thing, that whole kind of dynamic. If they don't bring somebody in, it will always fall on Triple H that he's the one making the decisions that are damaging the brand. And if you compound that over the next couple of months, because let's say the storylines that are being brought forward right now, because he said that John Cena is pretty much in charge of his own storyline right here, and see, like, even like Jay Uso just lost his championship to Gunther once again. There's a lot going on, and if the fans are, how do I put this? If the fan favorites are being treated badly or being perceived to be treated badly, with R-Truth, when he said in the press conference that it's a part of the show, and then R-Truth comes out the next night saying that, or well, I guess it would be the night after because it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday. He comes out and says, no, it wasn't a work, R-Truth comes out and says it wasn't a work, and pretty much it's two sides. It's understanding that he has to have the confidence from not just the TKO board. He has to have the confidence of the wrestling staff. He also has to have the confidence of the fans also. And is it wrong to blame him? In some part, I'd say no, because he knows how the fans feel about certain characters. So I think sometimes I have to wonder if it's been done on purpose also. I don't know. But going forward, hopefully the slow period that we kind of went through over the past couple of months kind of picks up again with rejuvenated storylines. We saw that Jacob Fatu got, how do I put this? Jacob Fatu turned on Solo. I wonder if Triple H is like watching the memes that are on TikTok, because the way how they kind of set it up when Solo and JC were in the lobby talking, and then when they left, Jacob kind of came around the corner looking sad. All he had to do next was doing the little pump, the little like jump, turn and run. That was the only thing left. But like I said, for Triple H going forward, a couple more dates till SummerSlam. This is also the last year for John Cena, and there's a lot. It's a lot. TKO is trying to recoup their investments by any way, shape, or form. There's also reports of him not really being a fan of The Rock. I'm not really sure how much of that is true, but I just hope that he does like take care of himself though. I know it's a really stressful job, and he has had like heart complications in the past. So with the Widowmaker thing that he went through, I hope that he's like not putting too much pressure on himself to get the product to be where I can see that he's trying to get it to be at a better place, but hopefully he's not putting too much stress on himself to get it to that place, right? And that he allows like the talent to kind of organically build themselves into a rapport with the fan base. It's gonna take some time, and as I say, he's not gonna get it right every single time, but that's just the way how creative control really works. He has to make some tough calls sometimes, and sometimes those tough calls are gonna rub some people the wrong way, and other people are gonna like it. And it's WWE. So yeah, he is the head that has the creative control, and I guess we'll see how it unfolds from here. If the fans will give him a chance to redeem himself, or they will totally shut him out. But yeah, I guess I'm done yapping. I don't really know if I said anything to add anything to the conversation or just kind of rehash the points. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So oh yeah, all right. Now before you go, just like how you have Triple H kind of we're kind of forced into this position of having to please everybody to get the show up and running to a point. I would love for you to read Creative Control. That's one of my wrestling stories that is kind of similar in the sense of, there's several things kind of similar to how WWE kind of operates, but it's different at the same time. So Creative Control, it follows a guy named Gabe Malloy, and he's kind of brought in to help save a dying wrestling promotion. So he has like roughly 5 months left to save the promotion. They're like, alright, so like how you have R-Truth that had to change his gimmick when he came back. The main guy who first went by Max Havoc, Maxhavoc. Yeah, Max Havoc. So fan favorite, and all that, but like how Chris Jericho would do his whole rejuvenation, or taking a chance to do like a change of character to keep himself interesting. The owner of the promotion, Al Doyle, right? He actually wanted to change Havoc to Titan, right? And what that does is they have to decide on a way to change it, and Gabe has to figure out a way to change it, help to keep all sides kind of happy, but also make it good storyline wise. And all right, so all right, let's just kind of read a little bit of it here. All right, let me kind of zoom in. All right, so the locker room was tense. A lineup of knockoff gimmicks sat waiting for their matches. Cold Stone was chugging a root beer instead of real beer because they couldn't afford a liquor sponsor. The final warrior was taping his oxygen mask to his wrist, already wheezing before his entrance. The dead Undertaker sat in a coffin, muttering about how he would have been buried alive for real last week. Gabe turned to the company owner, an old school promoter named Al Doyle, who still believed 1980s booking could work in 2025. Titan is going sorry. Titan is going over clean tonight, right? Gabe asked cautiously. Doyle smirked. Well, that depends. If the crowd is hot, we might swerve it. Gabe clenched his jaw. A last-second swerve? That's how they got into this mess in the first place. All right, so the match. So it's like the death of a gimmick. Titan walked to the ring. The Titantron flashing his new name in bold, corporate approved letters. His new theme song, a generic rock anthem, blared through the speakers. The crowd, Havoc, Havoc, Havoc. They weren't just chanting, they were screaming it. Titan arrived to the ring, jaw clenched. He could feel it. His new persona was dead on arrival. The match began. It was supposed to be a dominant squash match. But every time Titan hit a move, the crowd booed him mercilessly. When his opponent landed a single punch, the crowd cheered like it was wrestle. Hold on, let me kind of change this. I don't want to. Let me wrestle. I might have to just edit that. All right. Gabe watched from the gorilla position, sweating. If he sticks to the plan, we can salvage this. Then it happened. Titan hesitated. He looked at the crowd. The chants grew louder. And for a split-second decision, he betrayed the script. He grabbed his opponent, twisted his body, and executed his old finishing move, the Havoc Driver. The crowd lost their minds. Max Havoc! Max Havoc! The ref froze. This wasn't the planned finish. Titan covered his opponent. The ref panicked, counted the pin anyway. 1, 2, 3. The crowd erupted. Titan wasn't Titan anymore. Gabe buried his face in his hands. We're screwed. Fallout. Backstage, Doyle was fuming. So it's like that. It's a really chaotic scene, and it just keeps going through chaos and interesting twists on chaos, and just like how WWE does that on the higher scale with, kind of listening to trying to read the room after making some bad decisions. It's kind of like that, but it's a bit more from what I consider to be a bit, at least at this point in the history, better storytelling wise. You can get this on Gumroad. I'm gonna have to change the wrestle. What can I put here to kind of? All right, you have an idea what can I put here to, or can I just leave it like this? That should be okay. All right, hopefully. All right. So it's 13 chapters, and there's everything. So, or most things, right? There's betrayal. There is a plot twist. There is clashing of characters. There are heels. There's faces. A lot of different things that, and I mean like true heels and true faces, like big bads, and there's championship matches that don't go awry also. But so this is on Gumroad, and there are a couple others on Gumroad also if you want to check those out. That's the video. Done yapping for now. See you in the next one. Let me know down below what you want to see me make a video on next, because I don't know what I really accomplished in this video rather than yapping, but hopefully the next one will be a bit more coherent. But what I kind of wanted to say in the main point, just to kind of recap here, Triple H in a precarious position. Think of it like a triangle. He has to keep the TKO happy, which includes the investors. He has to keep the backstage happy, which is the wrestlers and everybody else on staff, and he has to keep the fans happy. In the middle of the triangle is him and the WWE product. So so we'll see how everything kind of goes from here. As I mentioned, you can go on Gumroad and get Creative Control. This is another one of the books on Gumroad that I actually worked on too. It's called The House of Many Wings. This is not really wrestling related, but if you want to check that out, you can. This is more on the side of alright, in 10 words or less, it's a house that gets overtaken by some sentient wasps. There's a queen wasp and all that, and the owner moves back home and finds these wasps, and he has to kind of negotiate with them. So he went he left because of a job opportunity where he was away for 7 months working as a call center agent. He was promised the opportunity, but the opportunity didn't really work out the way that he had planned. All the things that are toxic about the call center environment are kind of included in it also. And there's mental, there's physical, there's strategy, all those things included in this also. So yeah, you can just go ahead over to, I'll put this one in the description as well if you want to check it out. But yeah, done yapping for now, I guess. So yeah, see you in the next video.